Of course, you have seen like this function in most of websites, and then overreacting if I said in all websites. So in this example, I will show you how to show up a head password and also how to measure its strength. So if you try this before going to the HTML and JavaScript videos, it'll be great. The HTML structure for this exercise is a password input, progress bar, and finally a checkbox. So let's get started. So here is a form tag, and firstly let we make a label for the input, and it will be 4. So it will be the ID for the input. Let me type something like insert your password, then let me make the input, and its type is password, and give it a class equal to form control, and finally an ID equal to input. Then let me make the progress bar, so I will make it inside a division and give it a class equal to progress. If you don't know how to make a progress bar using Bootstrap, feel free to check this on bootstrap.com. So, and here is the progress bar, give it a class equal to progress bar, and then give it an ID equal to progress, and finally let we make the checkbox. So vision, and give it a class equal to form group, and form check. All those classes are built-in Bootstrap classes. So with those classes we add a style for the element. So let me make the input, and its type is checkbox, and a class equal to form check input, and finally an ID equal to, I will call it show. Then let me make a label for this checkbox, and it will be for the ID for the checkbox, which is show. Then give it a class equal to form check label, and I want its text is muted. Let me type something like show password, so let me save now and see the result. So here is the input, and the progress bar, and finally the checkbox. But let me add some classes for the progress bar, like make margin top 1 and change its width, make it 50%. Nice. I want to show you how the progress bar looks like. So let me add a style for the progress bar here. This style will be width. So if we make its width 20%, so let me see what will happen. Nice. If we increase it, let me add some classes to style it. So I want it to be stripped and also animated. So let me take this copy and make another class, progress bar stripped, and also progress bar animated. So let me save and see. So here is the progress bar animated and also stripped. We can also change the color, but it's good for now. So let me return the width to 0 again. And will be the trick of the progress bar. We will change the width using JavaScript. So in JavaScript, we will define two variables, one to access to the input and another one to access to the progress bar. Then we will make conditions. We have 5 conditions. And finally, we will have a function to make sure if the checkbox is checked or not. So if it's checked, we will show up the password. And if it's not, the password will be hidden. So let me get started. So let me define a variable x and access to the input. So document and another variable in for the progress bar. Then let me access to the checkbox and make sure if it's checked or not. So document dot get element by ID, and the ID for the checkbox is show, and dot onClick equal to a function. Then let me make sure if the checkbox is checked or not. So if, and the condition will be this mean the checkbox. Instead of we write document.getElement by ID show, briefly we can use this dot checked. So if the checkbox is checked, so in this case we will change the type of the input from password to be text. X dot set attribute, and we want to change the type to be text, and else it will be password again. So let me save and check this. So if you write anything and show password, the password will be appear. Fabulous. So now let me move to the progress bar. So using the variable x and dot on input, which will make a connection between the inserted characters and the progress bar. There is another event called onKeyUp will do the same job. So on input and equal to a function. So now let me make sure if the length of the password is between 0 and 6 characters. So in this case, the width for the progress bar will be 0 like it is. And then make sure if the length is between 6 and 10. In this case, the width of the progress bar will be 20%. And then make sure if it's between 10 and 15. So in this case, the width will be 50%. And if it's between 15 and 20, so the width will be 75%. And finally, if it's 20, so in this case the width for the progress bar will be 20, and also we will type message that the password is strong enough. So let me start with the first condition. If x dot value dot length equal to 6, or so if one of those conditions is true, x dot value dot length less than 6. So in this case, n dot style dot width will be 0%. So the width of the progress bar will be 0 like it is. But else if the length between 6 and 10. Yeah, but here the first one between 0 and 6. So in this case, n dot style dot width will be equal to 20%. So let me check if this is true or not. So let me insert less than 6 characters. So now we have 5 characters. If we insert 6, so the width of the progress bar will be 20%. Also, we can add a text in the progress bar in dot inner HTML and write 20%. So let me check this. Nice. Let we copy this and make another one, but change the range so it will be between 10 and 15. So in this case the width will be 50% and the text should be 50. Let me make another one. So 20%, 50%, 75%, and if we insert 20, your password is strong enough. So if we remove just one character, it will return back to 75%. Fabulous. So now we can show the password and also measure the strength. But let we add a division here, so I want to make it in the center of the page. So I will add a division and give it a class equal to container. Nice. So I hope you enjoyed this exercise and get benefit from. So try to practice it and make it as a part of sign up form. And if you need any help, don't hesitate to ask me. So good luck and see you.